Hello, this is Brian Rezny, Rezny Wealth Management. It's question and answer day. And a lot of questions coming on my TV and radio shows. And by the way, go to ReznyWealth.com and click on our TV and radio tab for times and availabilities of all of my shows. And we always love getting questions. So you can send those questions that, of course, will be answered on my TV or radio shows at Brian Rezny at ReznyWealth.com. Send those questions in. We like to hear from you. We'll answer, again, those questions on our TV and radio shows. It's a great chance for you to really get my insight on your personal questions. But what's interesting is this. We're getting close, obviously, to year end. We're in the last quarter. A lot of people are concerned about maybe some of this recent volatility, which, again, I feel is pretty normal and pretty subdued, to be brutally honest, the last 12, 15 months. As investors have bias about what they think is going to happen or should happen, your bias should never be a part of your investment strategy. Fact-based investing is the only way to invest. Hardcore research based upon facts is really the way that you pick investments in your portfolio and will dictate buys and sells ultimately in your portfolio. Having a personal bias or being emotional sometimes when you see volatility and then reacting to that, I will tell you, is going to be detrimental to your returns, your financial security, and certainly your net worth. Everyday investors just like you are inundated by these postcards in the mail for the free steak dinner about secure your retirement. These are annuity salespeople, folks. If you go to one of these things, you're going to get hoodwinked and are probably getting suckered into one of these bad annuities. And I know I talk a lot about annuities and I hate annuities, but a lot of you out there still keep buying this stuff, and I'm not exactly sure why. It's not the holy grail. It's not going to save your retirement. You're basically giving and insanely locking your money up for a long period of time with a big back-end surrender that's not going to make you any more money probably than a CD today. So if you're really conservative and emotional, as I've discussed before, go to the bank. But generally speaking, when it comes to the overall investing world, whether it's stocks and bonds, real estate, oil, gold, all those investments could have a potential to be in your portfolio. But it's based upon the direction and the financial opportunity of each one of those asset categories. There are times, as with our firm, that we may not own any bonds and own extra cash in the client portfolio to buffer, because bonds are really becoming a risk asset right now in a big way, in my opinion, far more than the equity market is, because rates are going to be ticking up a little bit. If inflation stays kind of sticky like we're seeing, the Fed basically is already tapering back their bond purchases. Next, it'll be raising rates a little bit. Now, we're not going to see Jimmy Carter rates, but certainly rates going up 0.5% or 1% are going to have a devastating impact on bond investments, mutual funds and bonds, ETFs, exchange traded fund in bonds, individual bonds. So maybe it's time to really revamp that portfolio. Maybe it's time to hold a little more cash and trim that bond exposure, because that's what we would look to do if we own the wrong kind of bonds. Unfortunately, most investors will wait until things go down too much and wait some more, and then jettison a really bad investment 3 or 5 years after they should have already had that out of the portfolio. If you need real financial management, real money management from a feeling fiduciary money manager, call my office. We do manage larger portfolios. If you'd like to talk to us about managing your wealth, give our office a call. We'd love to talk to you. We can manage your wealth and why we're different than a Wall Street firm, bank, or maybe one of those annuity guys who claims to be a fiduciary, but all they're really doing is selling you a bunch of crummy annuities. Watch out for those guys. Make sure you have yourself a safe and profitable day, and make sure you visit our website, ReznyWealth.com. Check out our upcoming TV and radio shows this weekend.